I'm gonna film with that soon.
All the double chins. We are looking for places.
We're looking just beautiful right now. I just feel like such a mess.
Stretch. Oh. So, what did we find?
I don't know. I feel like any place I have found that I liked, like, already got taken within like 24 hours. So, I don't know. I feel a little bit discouraged and like, what? Right now we have 2,900 square feet, right? And for the same price we pay for here in LA, we're getting between 425 square feet to maybe 800 square feet if we're lucky. So with 2 adults and 2 crazy dogs, I feel like we need at least 1,000 square feet. And in LA that runs like, I don't know, $3,200, which is just stupid.
Yeah, it's really expensive. So, but we'll find something.
I give up.
She's giving up.
I will live nowhere.
We're gonna be at LA on the 3rd, so we're gonna look at a bunch of places.
Maybe. I need to get my hair done. My hairstylist.
100%. Like, I'm gonna drop you off.
Oh, then you'll look?
Then I'll go look.
He doesn't vlog it so I can see it.
Yeah, duh.
Duh.
So.
Did we even say good morning?
I don't think so.
Because it's not even morning. We're not even going to try to lie to you guys. It's... What time is it? It's almost 7.
It is 7.
The entire day we've been going through the house and just throwing away things we don't need. Got the lookbook up late last night. A bunch of stuff happened yesterday. That's what I was trying to say at the end of yesterday's vlog when I was whispering. Is your hand getting tired? So now you're shooting this ugly angle.
Oh, I can do this hand.
Yeah, just switch up hands. So what I was talking about was I had talked to my landlord. We're paying a couple months rent, and then I don't know if he's going to be showing it and we should be out of here. Like, what's our timeline yet? Everything's really up in the air, but just to be safe, I need to, at least get a rough idea about where we're going to move, if we're going to move back to downtown. Or my favorite part of LA is West LA, but it's also the most expensive part of LA. Like, that's where I lived for maybe 4 or 5 years in LA, and I loved it. It's kind of the area in between Century City and Santa Monica. But it's my favorite. But now, it used to be, like, not expensive, like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, it used to be cheaper then.
Yeah, now it's going up in price. Like, my old apartment, I think I had a 3-bedroom with my friend Susie and my friend Josh. And I think our 3-bedroom was $3,200, and I saw my building and I saw my 3-bedroom like on Craigslist, and now it's going for $4,500. So I lived there 3 years ago. Prices go up like crazy. So
we're looking for like newer buildings, because usually when it's a newer building, the rent, like if it's a brand new building, the rent will be cheap, just so they can get people in there.
Yeah, they do incentives. So I'm gonna do a bunch of research. I'm like, I'm gonna have to get like a notepad and write like all the different buildings we're looking at, all of the incentives. Some of them are like, if you put down a deposit and move in within a week of the deposit, then we'll give you $500 off. Some of them are like first month free, but you can like separate it through every month. I don't know, just cause you have to pay 2 months here, and then we have to pay a deposit. We're not gonna get this deposit back as part of us leaving. Then we got 2 months of the crazy electricity bill, which is $1,200 each.
No, it'll be cheaper this month.
And then we got, to do rent and probably a pet deposit and then moving fees. When you add that all up, that's like, what, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000?
Yeah, but as far as like the AC bill goes, I turned off the AC on that side of the house.
Yeah.
It's completely off, and then this side of the house is on auto. and both of them were on full blast on.
Something's definitely up with it. I don't have time
No,
to do
I know exactly what's going on.
I know, but I mean, like, I feel like something, like, I feel like someone's stealing our power. Because I don't think we're using it that excessively. I feel like something's up, and, like, you know, that's why we're getting out of here. Because, you know, that $1,200 adds up every month for a whole year. So
Yeah.
we have to spend a lot of money to get out of here. But in the long run, we'll be saving a bit. But I guess, you know, it was a bit of a mistake. But I enjoyed living here, and we learned from it. Also, what happened last night, Rev and Riot got in a little tiff. They haven't gotten to a fight in forever. And it was over brownies, which they wouldn't have got anyways.
Yeah.
Cody made brownies and brought it to me. And all of a sudden, like, I think I said no to one of them. They started getting closer, and they just, like, attacked each other.
This is what happens. Whenever you bring food into a room or anywhere, Riot automatically assumes it's hers.
Yeah.
For some reason, so she gets really protective over it.
Mm-hmm.
And so the brownies were on the bed, and then Riot was like trying to get the brownies, and then Rev was also trying to get on the bed. And like the bed is kind of like Riot's area, like Riot patrols the bed.
Yeah.
It's like her spot. She gets really mad when Rev gets on the bed. So take the brownies and the bed that Rev was trying to get both, and she got pissed off and tried to snap at him, so he snapped, and they went crazy. And
Yeah, it was probably one of, I mean, it probably was equivalent to the kind of fights they got into when they were puppies. But of course, Rev was, I don't know, 50 pounds lighter then and not as strong. So he bit Riot's ear. You can't really see much damage, but I think just like the very tip got nicked. And so she shook her head, and like blood went everywhere. So of course I freaked out. And it was this huge ordeal. I was crying. Cody was being, you know, trying to calm me down. I was separating the dogs. I got really upset at Rev, and I started to feel bad for Rev. And then Rev went over, and he started, like, kissing, like, licking Riot's ear, trying to say, you know, I'm sorry, and clean it. Boop, this is here. But, like, we couldn't figure out where the blood was coming from at first, and that was the scariest thing. Because, like, she had blood, like, down her neck, and I thought her neck was pierced. And this was, mind you, like 1 a.m. and I was like, oh my god, we're gonna have to take Riot to emergency, and if anyone's ever taken their dog to emergency, it's thousands of dollars. And I was like, it just can't stop. But luckily it was just a small nick in her ear that bled more than I would think an ear would, but nothing too crazy. There's just like a couple drops on the bed. That's what happened last night, and that's why I was like, stuff happened, you missed it, I'll tell you later.
she's fine though.
Boo-Boo's is good.
Boo-Boo.
Boo-Boo good?
Riot.
Yeah.
And Rev's right here.
You okay, Rev?
What are you doing?
You being a weirdo? Are you nauseous?
What the hell was that? Dogs are so weird.